So my favorite part of the house is the vanity, and it's favorite because it's a very compact one, but it has a lot of substance in it. So I'll start from the entry of the vanity. So this is actually the entry which cuts the living and dining, and this part of the house takes you inside the bedroom. So bedroom being cozy, usually bedrooms are supposed to have a cozier impact where you just open up and it's like irrespective of whatever your mood is, you just want to go and chill or just lounge, right? So this, I wanted that depth to go inside. So that is how this came into existence. So my wall preliminary was this. I mean, this was the wall. The length of the wall was up till here, but the depth of the wall was too much. So I didn't want it because I had initially that this was the entire area which was in the bathroom, but I had divided in such a way that the bathroom as it is had a very comfortable size. So I didn't want it too much of a bathroom. So I wanted to have a special dedicated basin which suffices the need of the dining area. So just the basin right from the living or the dining gives a kind of a different look which I didn't want it. So aesthetic purpose and utility, storage and artifacts. These were the three challenges which I had. Three challenges, rather I can term it as three requirements which I had for this moment. So what has been from my client's end was that she is very much fond of having lots of artifacts. So she wanted a place where she could display some of her very good artifacts, which actually carries the journey from the entry. I mean, this is the part which is directly visible from your main entry. So that is how this came into existence. So here there is a small storage unit which has an opening from the vanity side, but it has a surface. I have used G7 for the top. This is an entire carpentry unit. So the grooves are actually in accordance to match the decor of my dining wall. But apart from the grooves, here I have maintained this plane to give the substance. I didn't want too much of design element over here. So on purpose I have maintained this edge of the unit as plain. The top is G7. This has a width of around 6 inches for a comfortable 6 inches, which is very much a good size to have different artifacts or different wall effects or anything like that. So this I have used veneer here because for main door and safety door they wanted veneer in a wooden finish. If you see my decor for the living area and the dining area and the entry passage, it's more of grey and white, but there is no brown element. Since I had the challenge to have a brown element for the doors, I had to have it at least somewhere in the living and the dining area as well to give that proper uniformity. I didn't wanted that random shade is coming and appearing, so that it becomes a bit awkward and it becomes a bit difficult to digest as well. So now when a person enters from the main entry, so the living and door has a brown tone. So that brown is followed by the journey of white, different use of grays, and again when the person is ending to the living and dining, there is this brown element. So then there is a balance of having that brown from the start till the cutoff area, which is the living and dining. So now this explaining here, similar routing I have had edge of wooden rounding element so that it is not hurting. From both the sides I have maintained the same thing, because being a passage, being the entry to the common bathroom, this is the area which is going to be frequently in use. So I wanted it completely friendly. So I've used a veneer, I've used a polish which is not matte, it is a satin polish what I've used, because that was the requirement of the client. It is like too much of matte everywhere, so they wanted to break that monotony. So that is the reason why they wanted gloss, but my suggestion was to go for satin, which was agreed mutually. That is how this is a satin finish of polish what we have achieved. Like now this jali also has a journey, because the jali design, the grill design has to be in uniformity with the main door and with this, and even in the puja area, so that the continuity flows on there. The orbit of the designing is revolving in a proper and perfect story, or a proper and perfect manner where everything is coordinated. So the finish of this, this finish is actually dull gold. I wanted dull gold because to complement the wooden effect. At the same time, whatever artifact she has, it was very much clear that she's going to have just metallic artifacts. So to break that metallic and the wooden feel, I had gone for dull gold jali, which has the grill, the design of which is similar in the entire entrance, living and the dining area. So that's it for the outer part. Now let's come and understand the internal arrangements. So this is the storage unit. Now since the storage unit is again rustic grey, I wanted to camouflage it. I didn't wanted the handles to just pop out because it is in the passage area. It is not a very big passage. It is a comfortable size of passage, but not too big. So that was the reason I had purposely introduced camouflage wooden handles here. These way wooden handles, they are matched with the rustic laminate so that it doesn't look odd. And these are the storage. I mean, it's just just a single shelf. The shelf is also adjustable, so in case if she wants to stack something which is bigger in size, the shelf goes down, and that's it. So this is again the auto hinges. So I mean, in case it's in a hurry or whatever it is, it doesn't bang with, it doesn't ends with a bang. It is a soft close one. Now the door, again, as I mentioned, in the vanity area, all the doors are with a similar theme and with a similar concept. So the door here again is a rustic laminate. It has a blend of vertical and the horizontal grooves. So vertical is again 6 inches. Vertical is around 1 inches and the horizontal band is around 6 inches. The element here used for the polishing is again a darker tone of grey, not brown, darker tone of grey, to have the flow of the rustic element, the hardware, and the smaller design of the grey carries forward. Frame, I had already used composite marble throughout the house for all the door frames and the window frames. This was a wall which, this is, since I said you that, since I've already mentioned that there was a requirement for a wash basin outside, we had gone for a metallic wash basin. The feel is metallic, it is a ceramic one, but the feel is completely metallic. This is an imported one. The basins, all the 3 basins, like in the vanity area, in the common bathroom and in the master bedroom's bathroom as well, we preferred to go for imported basin because I wanted a different element to pop up. I didn't wanted that same white, the same subtle white, or the same yellow, or the same marble print. I wanted some uniqueness, but this was selected by my client, not me. It was, so the credit goes to her that all the basins, all the 3 basins are her selection. It was she who was the driving force in getting these basins. So since this was metallic, definitely the faucet has to be in alignment with what we have used. So I've used a Jaguar faucet here, but it again comes in an antique finish. Antique finish because dull gold is not available in Jaguar, and I didn't wanted a different element altogether. So in spite of being this antique finish, it gels up with my grill, which is again dull gold. So it is again a blend of the colors. There is not even a single color which is going pop out or which is going offbeat. So it's again symmetry with regards to the material which is used. The basin countertop is again G7. G7, as you see, there is a reflection here of the lights, the reflection of the artifacts, the reflection of all the elements which are kept here. So that comes out beautifully well. And being white, there is a different subtle and calmness which is carried, which makes you feel very positive. So since this was the arrangement, definitely for wall tiles, I also wanted to have something in white and not grey. Because if I would have opted for a grey pattern or a greyish design, my doors, my rustic laminate, my doors would have given a too much of grey feeling. So to cut that, I opted for Satvario marble print, and these are again the tiles by Kajaria. These are 4 by 2 tile size. So I had opted for plain Satvario here. But if you see the back end, if you see the tile which is behind the mirror is again with a geometry, because this is a common wall adjoining the kids bedroom. Kids bedroom, I had carried a geometric feel. So to get the feel, to get it going, I wanted this wall to have a geometry so that the kids bedroom doesn't look odd man out. It flows with the journey, and also it is giving, since the mirror is plain, it is it is an LED touch mirror, but to maintain that plainness and to maintain that subtleness, I preferred having a sort of geometry in this tile. But the tile back, the basic tile is again the same Satvario. The only thing is, like, this is plain Satvario, and here this is a motif Satvario which has been used. So Till now we have understood the tile configuration, we have understood the basin, we have understood the plumbing requirements. Now the storage also, it's like a small storage unit which is given here. Now since this is the storage which is associated with water, I preferred having it in laminate, and the inner entire assembly is in ACP, so that even in case of the minor water leakages or any water dropping or anything as such, my carpentry unit is completely foolproof. So I've gone for an ACP unit storage internally, and outside to match the decor I have used the rustic laminate. Now since I wanted to maintain the length, because it's a very compact vanity area, to maintain that length I have just added one small niche over there, one small ledge over there, where you can have some artifact, or in case even if you don't have anything, it still will give you a great appeal, because it is balancing the entire length and it is getting that volume added in the entire space. Fall ceiling is complete plain. I wanted no pattern at all here, so I've maintained a complete plain fall ceiling. The light also, the light fitting what I've opted for is a very subtle and a basic light, so that the feel of the vanity is, the vibe of the vanity is achieved, and it is derived by having this kind of things over here. Apart from that, there was one more requirement here. If you see, there is a provision for 2 routers over here. So this being the central area of the house, I wanted it from the internet connectivity point of view. I had given a provision of 2 routers here, so that is also hidden. It is only seen when you stand here and when you see in the mirror, but from the outside it is completely hidden. So that's it from the vanity area. Now moving ahead, thank you so much. Thank you so very much for being with me in this journey. It means a lot to me. If you resonate with my content, do like, comment, share and subscribe my channel for more. Bye bye.